I love coming here. I've been coming here since my kids were little, for about 20 years now. I love that it has an old feel to it, but it has modern sound. It's comfortable. The snacks are affordable. People are friendly, and it doesn't have that big corporate feel to it as some of the other theaters have. So I really enjoy it.
There's a big push in the industry to make it more elite, to go with the premium seating, to go with the recliners, to go with in-food dining, to go with bars. That's not what theaters were meant to be 96 years ago when the Grand opened. It was meant for the masses, and the whole industry seems to be getting away from movies for the masses.
Because it has a lot of character and history with it, and I was just saying it's just much prettier. You know, I was just saying the Regal it's just cold. You know, this is really cozy, and the old-fashioned cash register and everything is really cute. And of course, the price. You know, you would think that they spent all this money to refurbish it. It might cost a lot to go, though. And it's when I take all my grandkids, we have 11 of them. This is very doable. It's so nice to, you know, and so it's fun.
To quote several people of the Theater Historical Society, people in government, we are an outstanding example of small-town theater architecture, perfectly preserved. We are currently in the process of registering for the Pennsylvania Museum and Historic Commission to be a Pennsylvania Historic Site, to dovetail us into getting into the National Register of Historic Places. The adage goes back to theater construction from 90 to 100 years ago. The show begins at the street. So you're approached by this larger-than-life, bright, garish marquee. It gets everybody's attention. And then you come to the box office and you exchange real cash for fake cash, a ticket. And then you go further into the theater and you're into the lobby at this point. That ticket gets torn, so you're getting further and further removed from reality, which is the outside world. And then you come into the movie theater and it's more opulent and distinguished than any house that you've ever been in. Now, theater design nowadays is nothing like that. You got stadium seating, curtains on the walls, but when you walk into the Grand, you know it's something special. My favorite question, especially when I'm at the concession stand or tearing tickets, little kids come in and say, "Where's the screen?" They've never been in a theater before with a curtain. And we give up at least $25,000 to $30,000 a year at a minimum of profit away because we don't do on-screen advertising. Back in the 20s and 30s, there was not on-screen advertising. It's something, you're sitting there, the house lights, we have a 4-minute program in our digital cinema server that it takes 4 minutes from the time before the showtime, the lights start dimming little bit by little bit by little bit to build that anticipation. And finally, as the stage lights are just about down, our logo hits the screen, the curtain opens, and the show has begun. My parents would take me to the old AMC 309, which was a 1-screen, 2-screen, then 3-screen. And they were just fabric-covered boxes. There was no history, there was no character. It was just seeing a movie in a fabric-covered box. So it's more about the architecture and history for me than it is the movies. Everybody thinks, you own a movie theater, you must see movies all the time. I've seen fewer movies in the 15 years I've owned this place than prior. I don't have kids. I'm against willing things to family just because they're family. So in my will, I can't disclose what my will is, it's guaranteed that the Grand will be here long after I'm gone. So my goal is to make sure that this remains what it is now and will be hopefully for another 96 years.